Hey, good afternoon, everyone. So I'm installing a new dryer and washer here in the garage. Um, Everything's installed for the washer and the dryer as well. But when I went to turn the water on, see, so water spills from in here, and I got a big old, well, not that big, but it got a little puddle going on already. And it's not just this one, but this one as well. So the cool thing is that water didn't start coming out through the connectors that go to the washing machine. But it's not just that. Over here on the dryer, I ran into a different problem. As for this side, both of them are leaking. So I will either replace all of this, or in the inside, once things are broken down, you'll see how easy it is to sort of fix this. So here we go. So got this from Home Depot. It's just a multi-value pack with, assorted washers in here, like rubber or something like that. Because I don't know what size are in here. So just to show you how this thing works, when you turn the key, whatever it's called, to open it up, in the inside there's a rubber piece that, as you turn it, you see how there's no light coming in. As you turn it open, you can see the light coming through. That's where the water goes through. But where mine is leaking from is, let me open this up real quick. Here we go. There's two rubber pieces. Here we go. So this one is the one that I've replaced before, because after you close this, if water still leaks from right here, that's because this little rubber gasket or washer, whatever it is worn down and it's old. But in my case, since water is leaking from right here, all I have to do is, where'd it go? Here you go. I need to replace this rubber washer or gasket, I don't know, whatever it's called. This one on this side. Because when I turn it open, water's escaping from right here. So I do got to replace this one. So if that doesn't work out, then I will have to, install a brand new one. But for the most part, the washer should do it. So it's pretty cool once you know how, these, I don't know what they're called, bibs or, I don't know, water things work. Because you can fix it yourself, instead of, calling someone, and I don't know how much they charge you to fix a leak. So let's get to it. All right, so for your water, you'll see something like this out on the street. You just pop that up, pop this open, and you should see something that you can turn. Now, some of them aren't so easy to turn, so you will have to buy a special key to move it. But in this case, if you look at mine, it's pretty cool. I'm able to turn it by hand. At my other place, you couldn't do it. You need to have a special key to turn it. As for this one, pretty cool. Oh, it doesn't, there you go. All right, and that's it. Just do your research, look into it. That way, you minimize any errors. All right, so now that the main water line is off, I can go ahead and remove this piece. There it is. So mine as well. I'll just go ahead and replace this one since I'm at it. So that is the rubber gasket or washer, whatever it is. The one that's broken or leaking. So as you can see, I don't know if I did that or not, but it's old. See how it's thin, smashed, and then over here, you can sort of tell how it's been sort of dug into, because it has a ring around it. So instead of being flat, so definitely old. I am gonna replace this, but first I'm just gonna go ahead and wash this piece, remove that as well. Oh yeah, see, it's also eaten. I mean, it wasn't leaking, but it's only a matter of time. All right, so I used a toothbrush just to go ahead and scrub, in here, make sure it looks as, I guess clean as can be. So here we go. So if you notice this one, that's the old one. That's how it's supposed to look. And then same thing with the other piece. The new one and the old one. Pretty messed up. So we'll replace them. If you notice on these little washers, gaskets, I don't know what they're called, they do have numbers on them. So if you know exactly what number or size you need, instead of buying the multi-pack, just go ahead and buy what you need. But if you're like me, you didn't know which one you needed, multi-pack. I mean, I'm sure it'll come in handy later on down the road. So I ran into a problem. All of these are the same, meaning the inside. The one I need needs to have a bigger hole. So I am at a loss right now. Oh, I know it. All right, so let me do this. Since I have this extra piece right here, I didn't even think about that. All right, so for now I gotta use this one. Here we go. So quick little tip: before you shut off the main water line, make sure you have water on a pot, so that when you're cleaning your pieces, you have something to wash them off with, because if not, you're gonna have to use a water bottle like I did. One of the things to be careful with when you're, I guess, unscrewing or screwing things back in, that sometimes when you try to loosen or tighten something else in the inside gets unscrewed or over tightened and it breaks. So just a heads up on that. All right, moment of truth. See? So no more leaking. That's good. Check this one out. So one down, one to go. So on the second one, on this one, I ran into a different problem. The screw, it's stripped. I can't get it in there. So all I did was remove that rubber piece that's in there. Grab two different pliers. One, you'll grab it on the screw itself. And the other one, I'm going to grab it not from here, because we need that part to be as smooth as possible, but I'm going to do it from right there. Oh no. All right, so now I have a different problem. As you can see, it's completely rusted and old, so it broke off. See, it's still in there. All right, so hopefully, I mean, they should be the same. So hopefully this piece is the same as the piece that broke off. I should have just done that from the beginning if it works out, but I'm just so used to doing it how I did this one that I didn't even think about this way. So if this works, that's gonna save me and you know, which is pretty cool, a lot of time. It rattles too much. So a problem I ran into was that when I was trying to take this off so I can replace it, you know, with the brand new one, it wouldn't come off. So I did use two of them, and you know, always use two of them. The reason for this is because if I'm only using one, if I apply too much pressure, either something's gonna come loose somewhere inside or something's gonna break. So, but when you use two of them, the pressure stays, I guess, localized just to the area. But since they don't wanna come out right away, you know, I don't wanna overdo it. And then I realized that this in the inside is copper. So it goes from copper to, I guess, this valve or bib, I don't know what it's called, and it has it on both sides. See, it's copper. Since I've never welded or used copper or used these pressure, I don't know what they're called, things, I don't know, I don't want to mess around with it. So all I did, instead of replacing it, I just didn't replace the piece that shuts off the water. So as you can see, you know, I can turn it as much as I want and it's not going to turn off because it doesn't have that rubber gasket to turn off the water. It has the one on this side to prevent water from spilling from right here. So, you know, it doesn't matter if it's on or off because it's connected to the washing machine. But when it's time to remove it, then I will have to do something about it. And that pretty much wraps it up. Hopefully you learned something productive from this. Just keep in mind that a small little project can become a mission, especially for some reason you don't have the right pieces, you got to go buy them, and there goes your time, and so on and so on and so on. Other than that, that's it to the washer. My next little challenge or little task or whatever you want to call it is right there. Thanks everyone.